I should probably open up my game before I do anything else. Puzzle Pirates, where are you? So, we are trying out Restream.io. So yes, I'm not quite sure how well this is gonna go out, but I figured we should give it a crack. So currently, we should be on both YouTube and Twitch, and all it's telling me right now is that it's ready to display messages for me. Well, that's exciting. Let me just have a check, because like I said, not used this service before. So, see if I'm live on YouTube. Yes, we are. Huzzah! That is good, and obviously there are no messages so far. Let me just say something to prove it's working. This is proof. This is how we do it. There. And let me check the Twitch. Twitch says I am streaming. Huzzah! We are doing stuff. Okay. So, obviously we are not going to stay here on Puzzle Pirates or just staring at this endless Puzzle Pirates screen. We're actually going to play some game. Let me just get this over here. Alright. So, I just thought we'd do a quick mission or two just to see if people are going to show up, and then we'll switch to Miss Fisher, which is going to be the main event. And my apologies for this taking us some time to get to this, because I've been trying to stream for the past couple of days, but my internet has been really bad and has not really been helpful at all. So, we're just going to do a basic 20-minute mission of sailing. I'm decent at sailing, so it should be fine. Oh, yes, of course you count as people. There is a person here. I'm not making things up. People are real. People watch me do stuff. That came out rather odd. So, yeah, so thanks for showing up, Faradis. I'm not alone in this void that we call Puzzle Pirates. No, we are actually going to play a game that has a meaning to it. Well, not a meaning to it, but, you know, has a storyline to it, not just like, hey, you like playing puzzles, right, man? Because one could get lost forever in just staring at puzzles and pirates. And puzzles with pirates. Ah, I could have set that up much more better. Yeah, you gotta freebase the puzzles, because if no one else will, basically. I don't want to put that there. It's gonna fall and ricochet underneath. Let's do that. And then we can do this. And I just need a blue. Damn it! Curse my blues. Okay, we can do this. It's fine. These things happen. Okay. Ah! I swear I'm good at this. It's just I'm trying to pay attention to double things. I think we will be ending up at Miss Fisher much quicker than normal. More than normal. I don't know. I'm talking to myself. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything was not fine, and she ended up in a world of speaking to herself and the lonely void, which whistled. Which whistled will sing Matilda. Isn't that right, Gabriel? Gabriel's fast asleep right behind me. Alright. And she talked to her cat. It was really weird. Nah. And how are we this fine Saturday. It feels really weird. Sometimes when you get a long weekend, it's just sort of like, eh? Yeah, we are all Metis Hatters. Thank you, Ferritus. And plus it is Australian time rather than the time when the Europeans generally join us, which is in the morning. But good old cable internet just decided it did not want to play with me. In the sense that every morning that I woke up, it was just like, do we have internet? No, we don't. Why? Why don't I have internet? We have fast internet. It should work. But hopefully, when I'm at my new house on the NBN, things will mean that I will have internet I can actually rely on. It would be nice to rely on things. Ooh! My explorer reputation is now rumoured. People talk about me in ways and they go, I don't think she knows what she's doing. I am on Telstra at this time. I'm on Telstra cable, which I think it's not Telstra's fault that my internet goes down. I think it's somewhere in the pipeline because we've had cable here since 2000, so we've had it for 18 years. And I think there's somewhere along our pipeline, because it seems every time the weather... Oh, hi! It seems that every time that the weather changes, we just lose internet connection. And, yeah, so I think there's definitely something a bit bogus happening there. Because I don't think weather should be affecting getting of I have effed it. I can save this. Yeah. Puzzle Pirates is great. I used to play this a lot when I was in university. I just like this whole idea of all these little puzzle games brought together, even if I'm crap at quite a few of them. I think it's not that I'm crap at them. It's just I can't be bothered learning all the rules. I just wanna go. Ah, yeah, DSL. My favourite internet connection that I had in Australia so far would have to have been when I was living in Coburg, of all places, and I had naked ADSL. It liked to get in the nude for me. But yeah, I never had problems with that, other than the fact that, you know, uploading wasn't really fast, but, you know, was never gonna be. Because that's how that cookie crumbles. But in terms of like how it actually did its job, then yes, I really did quite enjoy my naked ADSL. Can you give me something else? I need whites. Thank you. Okay, at least now I can. But like, you know, the estimate that I've seen, though there's actually no speed estimate for actually the street that I'll be moving to, but it does, the NBN is already available there. But, you know, obviously since we're not living there full time yet, there's no point in us saying, hey, can you hook this up? We don't have any furniture really there. We've just got boxes of stuff to be sorted through once we get there, but, so it's more with curiosity of being like, how fast can we have it? And they're like, well, we can try the fast. That's the one thing I do like about the NBN packages at the moment. It's kind of like, we're not sure if we can get you the fastest speed, but we'll try. And if we don't, then, you know, we'll swap you down. We won't charge you for something that you can't use. Which, you know, Telstra in early 2000 would have exactly been doing that. Okie dokie, okie dokie. I need me some golds. Give me some golds. I can't land these. Thank you. couldn't land it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, like we're talking more like, you know, like probably like 3 weeks beforehand, just because there's, you know, there's not even a, what's it called? There's not even a phone line there, so that we know they're gonna have to you know, dig a big trench. So it's one of those. Yeah, well, you know, we're like we're looking at moving in there late November once I've come back from Adventure X. Mum decided that, you know, she didn't want to move there with yeah, like, well, so that's because, you know, so many of the houses down in the Mornington Peninsula are all you know, holiday houses rather than houses people actually live in. Like, I met my neighbor for the first time last Sunday when I was there, and he was like, yeah, we're down here maybe like 3 or 4 times a year, and I was like, okay, that's great. But and it's from what we've seen, like, we've barely seen any other cars on that street. So it's like, okay, we are living alone. Yeah, so it shouldn't take too long. It's just a matter of getting it all organized, and also then saying, hey, can you also put in a landline to go upstairs so that she gets fast internet, because that's what she wants. And what she wants, she gets. But yeah, no, so it'll be good, but just one of those things of getting to that point. But, you know, Mum decided that because by the time that we would have been going, because we were originally planning October, but then, you know, I decided I was going to go to Adventure X in early November, and Mum was like, I don't want to move there just for like a week, and then I have to take care of Gabriel in a new house that he's not sure about without you. And I went, okay, that makes sense. So we are staying here until after I come back. Anyway, so we are going to move to Miss Fisher's now, because that was the 20-minute mark, and I think there's at least a couple of you. So let me just launch up Miss Fisher. I'm so efficient. Especially now that I'm putting our chat into this so people can actually see it. Okay, here we go. And need to get the chat back up for me. Where are you? Here you are. Okay. I've played a tiny little bit of this with Dell. We actually were playing this. Well, we had our VR headsets on, and because there's there's like a program that's basically like you can like watch stuff on your TV screen, but in a VR group. So we were watching this. So we're going to be playing this. I have not played. And I played it on this computer. Yeah. Hey. Excuse me. We'd like to go back to the beginning, please. Reset game, please. Thank you. We didn't get far. Yeah, see, the upstairs bedroom could be the first point of contact, but then also my mother, like, well, directly underneath my room is going to be, like, you know, the living room, and we've decided we're not doing Foxtel internet, so, we're not doing Foxtel or anything like that, so, I'm hooking her up with, you know, like, Fetch TV, so we need to have a phone line down there. Not a phone line, but, you know, like an internet port down there, because Mama doesn't like the Wi-Fi too much. Although, yeah, so there are rules, basically. Anyway, Murdoch Foyle, you have been found guilty of the willful murder of Janie Fisher. This would make sense if you watched the TV show, which is excellent. You are to be hanged from the neck until you are dead. May the Lord have mercy on your soul. Do you have any last words? I'm not destined to die here. I don't know why I sound like this, for I am the earthly incarnation of an Egyptian king. The prophecy requires one more sacrifice. Soon night and day shall become one, and the tears of Isis will nourish the water lily. Yes, this is based on the Miss Fisher murder mystery show. It's got like 4 seasons. It's basically, it's kind of like, I was about to say it's kind of Laura Bow, but it's set in the 1920s in Australia, and Miss Fisher is basically, she's rich and all that, but she likes to solve crimes, and she's got a gun. She ain't afraid to use it. She also likes to sleep with men. Phryne Fisher, I know you're here, which is why it's even weird that I'm doing this accent, considering this is set in Australia, in Melbourne of all places. I'm sorry about your sister. It was you, Phryne Fisher. It was supposed to be you. Yeah, kind of Australian Miss Marple, except Miss Marple's hot. Oh yeah. Hot damn. And oh god, Jack Rapperson's hot. Bit of Dottie. And then of course, oh, Hugh didn't make the cut. Oh, there he is, Hugh Collins. So yeah, there are a series of books. Oh, Dr. Mac, she's a lesbian. Aunt Prudence, she's played by a lesbian. Yeah, because Aunt Prudence is played by, what's her name? Miriam Margolyes. Alright, ooh, we're at the Princess Theatre. Oh, that's in Melbourne. I know where that is. I've been to a lot of shows there. And here we are, nice dress. Are you ready, Jack? For the opera? I think I prefer getting shot by felons. Very flapperific. The night is still young. We still have a few minutes before the show starts. Let's mingle. I'll note down anyone important we meet in my detective journal. What are you talking about, Phryne? Oh, and here's Prudence Stanley, our aunt. Tap the journal to read in clues. So exciting. Oh, we're gonna talk. Who shall we talk to? Oh, Hot Man or Aunt Prudence? Let's talk to Aunt Prudence. Phryne, my dear, you made it. It's good to see you, Aunt Prudence. And you brought the detective inspector? You told me to accessorize. I meant that lovely diamond necklace you have. Why aren't you wearing a necklace, my dear? Never mind. It's enough that you're here. Yeah, I squeak every now and then. As I've been saying, one can't just donate money to the arts. One must be seen to support the arts. Speaking of patrons of the arts, I must introduce you to Wilhelmina Winters. Okay. That's odd. I saw her here a moment ago. Surely she might not have killed someone. Ah, there's her secretary. They're never too far apart. Blonde lady, okay. Let's talk to Jack. I never pictured you as a fan of the opera. How do you normally picture me? Is it without clothes? With a lot less opera. Oh. There's a lot of important people here. Relax, Jack. Let me do all the talking. You just hang off my arm, looking handsome. Okay, talk to the secretary. Righty, this is Miss Truelock, secretary of the Ladies' Auxiliary Committee. Please call me Amelia. I don't really stand on ceremony. Ooh, update it. Amelia, dear, have you seen Wilhelmina? Oh, that's strange. Mrs. Winter was just here a minute ago. They're closing the doors. We best take our seats. I don't know how to speak from Frankston, even though I'm going to be moving past it. When you're ready, Miss Fisher, examine the curtains and we can take our seats. What? What? This is all dependent on Phryne paying attention to the curtains. Let's just have a quick check in with Jack. Shall we, Miss Fisher? We take our seats by examining the curtains. I'm just doing a what he sounds like to me when I watch the show. No, the only Boganese that I can really think of is actually probably more Wagonese, which was when I was working a particular job where I was working with a lot of people from Altona and Werribee and all that, and they were Eastern European imports and Greeks, and they kept asking me when I was going back home to London because they thought I was British. Yeah, they thought I was British. I am not. So let's examine the meat flaps. I mean the curtains. They're just red. For struddery, fruitless, toot toot. I mean toil. How long does this go for? About 4 hours. 5 if you include the intervals. 5 hours? The war took less time. Shh. Good lord. That would be what Bogans speak. Ho ho hee hee ho 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 ho. To learn fear, a stranger must teach me. Surely this doesn't mean I'll get stabbed in by a stranger. Is it over? Oh. Interval level squash. Franny, there was a section that was missing, but oh well. Champagne on Prudence, you know that. I like to get drunk. Oh, there's Wilhelmina. Franny, why don't you say hello? Okay, guess we'll go... Whoa! Speak to Crowface. Wilhelmina, this is my niece, Franny. Franny, this is... No need to introduce Miss Stanley. Everyone knows who I am. Wilhelmina Winters, chair of the auxiliary, and the board member of the Benevolent Fund. Ah. Yeah, I don't really consider myself as having a cultured accent, but apparently I do. I can sound real posh-like, but not really. Fisher, is it? The lady detective from the papers. I've been following your career, all that terrible business with the foil fellow. Yes. Can't say I approve, bitch. Well, let me introduce this dude. Mrs. Winter, this is Detective... And you must be Detective Inspector Jack Robinson. I've been following your career too, Jack. Is it alright if I call you Jack? I'd prefer... All that terrible business with that foil fellow. You and the police did some fine work. Well, I don't like her already. Detecting is quite thrilling, Mrs. Winters. All that murder and mayhem. It's taken a lot of practice. Let's discuss the opera. I was hoping to introduce you both tonight. Oh, this is Art Prunens. I was hoping to introduce you both tonight. Franny has such a contribution to make in her own way and all this murder business. No offense, dear, but it's hardly permanent. With the right guidance, I'm sure she could be trained to contribute to more traditional causes. Aunt Prudence! Unlikely. Excuse me, I have to speak to someone else. Bitch. Not the friendliest. Aunt Prudence, you and I are going to have words later. Come on, Jack. Time for the final act. Can I talk to... Yeah, let's just talk to Jack. It's hard to take a man with wings on his head seriously. Our knees... Oh! Oh! Our knees were touching in the dark. It was an accident. And you were holding my hand. That was deliberate. Okay, back to the curtains. The strange looks different. It's almost like someone might already be dead. Who's that? I don't know, but I reckon he's dead. A searing spell pierces my heart. Oh, I'm not dead. That's good for me. That's the warrior daughter of the god Wotan. He cursed her to fall asleep until love's true kiss. Whoa! Whom can I call to help me? Hello? So what's his problem now? I thought he wasn't afraid of anything. He's never seen a woman before. He's experiencing fear for the first time. I know the feeling. Oh god, it goes on. Now he kisses her. She wakes up and together they go kill the gods. Awaken, awaken, wondrous woman. Oh, you're dead. Line! Line! Awaken! Oh. What's happening? I thought she was supposed to wake up. She was. She did. Stop! Stop the show! There's something wrong! I think she's dead! Like we called that a while ago. Hey, Demon Dragon! Dead? Mummy, what's happening? Lower the curtains! Mummy, is the lady going to wake up now? Mummy? Mummy, why do we have to leave? I'm sorry, Franny. It looks like our evening is at an end. On the contrary, it's just beginning. I'm coming with you to the morgue. The body was discovered on stage! The Royal Women's Hospital. I was born there. The morgue of the Royal Women's Hospital. I wasn't born in the morgue, though. Just in case you were wondering. Let's talk Dark Prince. What a dreadful thing! One of the great operatic talents murdered on stage! Oh, yes, not the kind of climax I was expecting. Yet. Ah, that's a shame. Poor YouTube. Bad YouTube. This is all terribly distressing, like YouTube not telling people about my stream for a while. If there are no questions from me, Detective Inspector, I should like to go home and rest. Of course, Mrs. Stanley. If I have any questions, I know where to contact you. Okay, can I speak to Jack? Any thoughts on who could have done such a thing? No idea. I'm certain we'll learn more at the morgue. Cool. This stage is now a crime scene. You have my word that no one will be allowed near it until your constables arrive. Cool. Let's go to the morgue. Nice. Or was I born at the Mercy? I'm not sure now. I'll have to ask my mother. Evening, Mac. This is hardly appropriate attire for the morgue, Jack. I wasn't expecting a murder at the opera, Mac. I still have some initial preparations to make. When you're ready, talk to me and we can examine the body together. Franny's friend, confidant and mentor, eventually known as Mac. Because she's Elizabeth Macmillan. Lesbian. I mean, let's just have a quick check it out. Let's see what Mac has to say about the victim. Good idea, Jack. I must say I'm curious as to what happened. Okay, Mackie. Let's begin the examination. Okie dokie, let's take this off. No visible signs of trauma or injury. Here, help me remove this breastplate. It's not damaged, that's cool. Ooh! A stab wound to the heart, a big one too. So they must have put that back on her. There's nothing else of interest on the body. What? What do you mean there's no other... Oh, God. The murder weapon is unknown. Tapped a juice to combine two clues and reach a new conclusion. Okay, I want to have a look at this. Excuse me. Find it odd that although the victim was stabbed, there's nothing on the breastplate. Well, it was put on afterwards, obviously. But you think there would be some, you know, defensive wounds on her hands or something, like, you know, if they were fighting. Okay. Well, let's just have a quick chat to Jack now that... Any thoughts, Friday? Nothing springs to mind, Jack. Perhaps I should be looking at the notes in my detective journal, and maybe not being so passive. Alright. It's recently been renovated. People. Jack. Surely they're not going to suggest that I can deduct now what's going on. Yeah. Not damaged. Well, someone put it on afterwards, obviously. Deduction. Repair. Do I bring that down here? And bada. The injury is underneath the costume? Someone dressed her after the fact. Thank you, Phryne. It looks that way. Yes. Clearly. Chit chat. This crime is particularly ghoulish. Dressing the corpse for the stage is rather morbid. Well, they didn't want her to be discovered until they could get away, probably. Considering there was an audience present, I agree. What do you reckon, Mac? What now? Can you give us more information about the time of death? I'll perform an autopsy on... What was the victim's name? Silcox! Helen Silcox! The victim, a renowned opera singer. Singer? Yeah, Mrs. Winters, what are you doing here? This is police investigation into a murder. Perhaps a person of your standing would prefer... Truelock! Hand them the quarantine notice! I'm sorry about this, Detective Inspector. It's been signed by the Deputy Commissioner himself. What? Quarantine? On what grounds? Tuberculosis. Tuberculosis here? Impossible. Let's examine the body. Do you have TB? Oh, I see. Oh, sink. Mac is rigorous about cleaning. Not all doctors are convinced, but she says it limits the spread of germs. Wow. So I can actually have a little look around at the freezer. Oh, yeah. Let's have a look at the freezer. I've been here so many times I admit to the occasional nightmare about it. Cool. Nothing else? Nothing else? Oh, this is a tablet game after all. I love Mac, but her tools are positively macabre. I prefer a lockpick and a revolver any day. Let's see, what can I do about the window? Window! It's sealed shut. For now. Jack, what do you reckon? This oh, you know, you've already said this. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. Tuberculosis. Is this some kind of joke? The victim has a stab wound. Yeah, TB does not cause stab wounds. Agreed. I'm sorry about this. Who are you? Amelia Truelock? Who are you? Dr. Elizabeth Macmillan. My friends call me Mac. Are you... Then may I call you Mac? I'd like that. Oh, boom chicka bow wow. Oh god, it is. It just got an achievement for love at first sight. What is this nonsense about quarantine? There's clearly been foul play. Go home, Miss Fisher. There's nothing for you to see or do here. Tuberculosis. What's this about tuberculosis? Mac would never let anything like that happen. It's a precautionary measure. It may turn out to be nothing. It will turn out to be nothing. I'm sure the police will let you know. This looks like a cover-up. Yeah, she really is trying to cover that up. Deputy Commissioner, how did you get the police to agree to this sham? The Deputy Commissioner and I are good friends. I bang him now and then. Yeah. Ding! Never mind. This is ridiculous. I'm getting nowhere fast with Mrs. Winters. Nothing to examine here. Mac. This is unbelievable. I'm insulted the police would doubt my diagnosis. Tuberculosis at my hospital. We'll sort this out, Mac. My professional pride is at stake. I run a tight ship. I don't want the public thinking my wards are dangerous. I'm sure it will be fine. Jack, what do you reckon? Can't support this, Jack. If I could pick and choose which rules to follow, that would make me, me? Precisely. As a detective inspector, it is my duty to uphold the law. Even when the law is so arse-a-peak. If you don't have faith in this decision, then have some faith in me. Always. We'll get to the bottom of this. I'll take this up with the Deputy Commissioner in the morning. I mean, it is kind of already morning. There's nothing we can do tonight. Go home, Mrs. Fisher. Okay. Don't need to tell me. Oh yeah, Dee Dee really thinks Mrs. Winter did it. I think she did it already. Miss, you're home early. We didn't even see my face, because no one cares about Dot, except I like Dot. Fisher residence. That would be intriguing. Good morning, miss. That's Dot. Well, why would you share a time machine? That would just destroy all continuity if you just gave everyone access to a time machine. I probably should change out of my kimono. Should I choose the blue jacket or something else? Let's see what's in my wardrobe. So I do think this is interesting that you can change her outfit at any time. Although I can only imagine that, what's it called? Ooh, we got more. Ooh. That's quite nice. Ooh. Oh, oh, oh. Yes, 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 yes. Come on, Dot. Time for some sleuthing. Let's catch up with Mac at the morgue. In my gorgeous outfit. Oh my god, I love this! Oh, there's also the Princess Theatre, miss. Okay. Why do they want me back? Oh, that reminds me. I left something on the vanity that I thought you might need. Is it my gun? Don't forget to check the vanity before we leave, miss. Okay, vanity. Let's see what Dot has left for me. Ah, the invitation to the opera handwritten by Mrs. Winters. It could be useful. Thank you, Dot. An invitation to the opera in Mrs. Winters' handwriting. Oh, there's something else underneath the invitation. Is it my gun? Ooh, part of an enchantingly beautiful golden gown. I guess you can unlock more outfits. Yeah. Intriguing. Let's keep having a little peekaboo. Nothing in the left drawer. Let's look at the weird lamp. The lamps may not be functional, but they are beautiful. Few letters from England, and a letter from Jane's boarding school. Oh, that means Jane's not going to be in the game. Nothing that can wait until tomorrow. Have I put on enough makeup? Ooh. Now's not the time for sleeping. And over here. Ooh, painting. I got this pair of paintings from Paris. Try saying that several times fast. I've got that pair of paintings from Paris. One of my favorite pieces. Ooh. All parts of the dress. Nothing else in the right drawer. Let's just have a peekaboo. How much of that dress did we got so far? Oh, you got to collect several parts of it. Okay. Ooh. Where's the gold dress? 2 out of 5. I can deduce here. Banana? Dinner? An invitation to murder. I've had a box full of them. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the morgue first. Hello, we're just let ourselves in? Mac? Stop! Oh, hi, Hugh. I'm sorry, miss, but I can't let anyone inside the morgue, especially you. Oh, they're married. I wasn't sure how far on the timeline we were. Hugh, you and I both know you're not going to stop me. Miss Fisher, please don't make it difficult. Oh, that's him. Miss Fisher, please don't make this difficult. Deputy Commissioner himself gave me these orders. He said I'd be fired if I let you in. I don't believe in extortion, Hugh. You can tell the Commissioner to take his threat and... Miss! Oh, very well, Dot. Are you two still not talking? You guys are married. What are you not talking for? There was a section where, that they weren't, you know, talking before the marriage, but, you know, after the marriage. Did not think that was still a thing. Why is it creaky creaky? Come on, Dot, let's go inside. Maybe we'll find a kangaroo for you. What are you two doing here? We're investigating the murder of Miss Helen Silcox. I'm told the investigation is being handled directly by the Deputy Commissioner. Mrs. Winters doesn't want anyone talking to Maggie or James. Maggie or James? Who are they, miss? James Ellery Hurst and Maggie Kettle, the other two performers. James found the body. It was all in the program. They must be inside. Yep. Yep. I'm sorry, no one is allowed into the theatre on the strict orders of Mrs. Winters. Come on, Dot, we'll find another way. What do you say we pay a visit to the respective Inspector, Dot? Oh, cool. Going to the police station. Where we really belong. Time for a drinky drinky. You sure you won't come inside, Dot? If it's all the same to you, miss, I'd rather not. You can't have Hugh forever, even though we've already seen him today. I'm certain I'll talk to him later. Very well. Jack will have to keep me company for a while. Take care. Take care, miss. And off she goes, gliding like a cloud of frost. How's the kitty doing? Gabriel's doing well. He's, yeah, he's fast asleep behind me. What, we're not going inside? We're just gonna look at the street corner? Oh! This is a disgrace! A young woman is dead! Speak of the devil. The Deputy Commissioner is more concerned about Mrs. Winters' social standing than the crime. Justice can be blamed, Jack. Especially in the city. I suggest a chat with Mrs. Winters. She's the key to all of this. My thoughts exactly. Shall we go together? Definitely. I mean, yes. Yes, you have a very nice house. Oh, you do have someone with resting bitch face as a painting though. Mrs. Winters, if you don't mind, I have a few questions about the murder. Jack, I've been assured by my friend the Deputy Commissioner. This investigation will be handled quietly and without press being involved. That's all I have to say on the matter. As I said, Jack, justice is blind. I think there's another way to get around to get to what we want, provided the police are willing to look the other way. Ooh, here we go. Miss Fisher, I hope you aren't planning something I'll regret later. Me? Almost certainly. Then perhaps it's time for me to follow up on some leads down at the station? Try not to get into too much trouble. And I glide off. Jack certainly is in a hurry to get back to the station. It's almost like he's married to the station. Turnbull Alley. This should be the alley behind the theatre. Oh. I wonder who that was. Let us examine. Poster. It's a poster for the film Bride of Babylon. This one. An old poster about a luxury cruise. It looks new, but there's no markings or signage to indicate what goes on behind it. Interesting. What's interesting? Detective work isn't all glamour. What's this? A hip flask covered in blood outside the theatre. How suspicious. Ooh, has a saxophone emblem on it and smeared with blood. This dustbin is empty, but it still smells. Street. The main street looks rather quiet from down here. Wow. Crates. A set of sturdy crates. Ooh. Oh, I was told this delivery was lost at the docks. Hey! Yeah, I think I can change her outfit at any time. Yeah, I can. She's just getting changed in the middle of, oh god, she's in her underwear at the moment. Perfect posing for blah blah blah. No. I want to get back in the dress I was in. I loved it. Here it is. Ding dong. Okay, let's have a little look-sees. There's a window here. This window leads into the theatre. I know Jack's been barred for entering, but what harm could I possibly do? Yes, let's go straight into the, into there. See anything else that pops into... Don't know what's going on over there. Looked at all of those. See that again? Yeah, looks new, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's go into the, dressing room then. Yeah, well, apparently, you know, crazy things happen in this game. Women change in alleyways. I made it inside. Where is it? Oh, where is it? It's James. He hasn't noticed me yet because I blended in with the dress that was hanging here. I should hide. See? Blended right in it. What is James searching for? He was the one who was singing earlier. He seems unusually interested in the lavender envelope on the dressing table. Yes, I see it. It's empty. Where's the letter? Where is it? Can we talk? Hi. Hi, you sexy man. Hello? What? Who are you? Phryne Fisher, lady detective. You're James Ellery Hurst, the singer from last night, aren't you? The detective? What are you doing here? I was enjoying your performance. Until your co-star turned up dead. This is her dressing room, isn't it? I didn't kill Helen, and I'll find anyone who says I did! Why are you here, James? I'm looking for a letter. It has nothing to do with the murder. But it's not here. Gah! The envelope is empty. Mrs. Winters is going to be furious with me. Mrs. Winters? She's the one who wanted me to find it. I reckon he was stooping her as well, yeah. What's in this envelope? That's just it. Nothing's inside. What about the letter? I don't know anything about it. I don't! Is it right here? Is this it? All I know is that Mrs. Winters asked me to bring it to her. That's Mrs. Winters trying to hide. Wait, why am I answering your questions? You're not even supposed to be here. Neither are you, I suspect. Oh, happy birthday to your mama. Fine. If you won't leave, then help me find the missing letter. Is it right here on the table? A reasonable compromise. You'll let me know if you find the letter, right? Of course. Okay, let's have a little... Like, oh, that is the envelope, okay. Odds and bobs, nothing interesting. Have you looked in all the drawers? Not yet. Oh, well, apparently yes. Are you certain? Yes, James. There are a lot of drawers. You might have missed... Searching through the drawers for clues is my specialty drawer. Oh. James. I'm all about the drawers, James. It's an empty lavender envelope. Mrs. Winters seems determined on obtaining it. Uh, where is it? Where is it? Chill. Chill, chill, chill. That locket hanging around the private place on the mirror. There's a locket? I wouldn't touch Helen's personals effective eye with you, Miss Fisher. Is that a threat? I wonder whose picture Helen has inside. Have some respect for the dead. I didn't even see a locket. I saw a photograph. No, 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 no. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's a photo. Okay. I guess this must be the actor who used to perform here. She was Helen's inspiration! Okay, coats. A woman's coat. It was Helen's! This is pointless! Lana isn't here! I suspect you might be right. I'd better go soon! I shouldn't be here and I don't think you should be either! Don't go too far, James. I'm sure I'll want to find you again. Okay. Whatever Mrs. Winters is hiding, it must be in the letter. Seems like I finally found the first lead on the case. We just need to find that letter. I wonder if Jack's found anything. Let's see if I can actually examine things now that he's gone. Apparently not. A woman's undergarments. Not very adventurous if you ask me. Ah, I've been looking for this. Oh, more of the dress. Odds and bobs, nothing interesting. Yep, okay. So, she did look through all of things. Chest, dresser. An assortment of stage jewelry and makeup. Nothing a thief would be interested in. The vanity itself is chipped and warmed. Reminds me of Montparnasse. Oh, what happened? Oh, this is perfect! Ooh! More outfits. Envelope. Flowers. Fresh flowers. From a suitor, perhaps. Well, if it's from a suitor, maybe you should check the card. Stage makeup. A little strong for day wear. Well, let's have a look at the envelope now. He's just, yep, it's empty. Meh. Costumes. Up close you can see how threadbare some of these costumes truly are. Wait, isn't that my favourite shawl? How did this get here? That's a good question. How did that get there? I think that should be an investigation all of its own. More photos. Old theatre's full of ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts, but, I mean the other type of ghosts. You know, the... See, look, this is a photograph, and yet she talks about a locket. What locket? What is this locket you talk about, woman? Can I deduce something? Can I say this? Bada? The pen is mightier than a sword, but not in this case. Okay, apparently not. Kadabada? Kadabada. No, I should have hit deduce. Kadabada? Shabadabada. No room in this costume to hide a flaw. That's not what I was suggesting. Oh, that's... Why is that the breastplate? That shouldn't that be... Never mind. It's a weird suggestion. Not heavy enough to do damage required. And also not sharp enough. What the heck's wrong with you? Alright, let's see if I can talk to Amelia. I'm sorry, but I don't know anything more than what I've told you. Okay. Cool. Can't go in there yet. Can I talk to you, bitch face? These visits of yours do not inspire one with confidence. I prefer to answer to the Deputy Commissioner. Ugh. Okay. He wouldn't want to miss this. Cool. Let's go get Jack then. Where were you? Never mind. It's probably best not to ask. Okay, come with me. Need to take you to the Winters. Yeah. Well, I just picked him up. Okay, I guess I have to talk to him. Mrs. Winters is definitely hiding something, Jack. She sent James into Helen's dressing room to fetch this envelope, but the letter inside is missing. You think that whatever was in the envelope could tell us the full story? I'm hoping. Very well. If you're about to do what I think you're about to do, I'd like to come along. I expect nothing less. Let's go. Mrs. Winters? Oh no, she dead. Oh, she burnt something. We're coming in. No one seems to be about. And yet the door was wide open. You got an opportunity to miss, Jack. Like, what happened here? Jack, over here. I think I see something in the ashes. Ooh! What are you doing? I don't appreciate the police coming to the front door, Detective Inspector. Should I have come alone? Son? I don't think she has a son. James isn't her son, I don't think. They've got very different last names. He's an Ellery Hurst. Mrs. Winters. Jack, with all due respect, I don't answer to members of the general public. You mean me? Mrs. Winters, it would help my investigation if you answered some questions. I assure you there's no one I trust more than Miss Fisher to uncover the truth of the matter. I'm sure you're interested in finding out who murdered that poor girl. Who do you suspect? Do you have any suspects, Mrs. Winters? One of Helen's colleagues, perhaps? You can't be seriously suggesting that Maggie or James had something to do with this. They are two upstanding young performers. The best our conservatorium has ever produced. I won't allow you to sully their reputations. Is this lavender envelope familiar to you? Where did you get that? Let me just open this. That is personal correspondence. Please. Please. It's empty anyway. The missing letter seems to be of great importance to you. It's unrelated to the murder, I assure you. How do we know that? You're not suggesting that It would help us rule you out. You've been making this investigation unnecessarily difficult. Reputations are at stake here, Jack. Yours? Yours? Yes. I've come too far to lose it all because of one murder that I committed. I can promise you a level of discretion not even the police can provide. Really? Discretion guaranteed. Besides, if we don't find the murderers soon, the story could blow up in unexpected ways. Then nobody's reputation will be safe. I suppose if you promise to keep the press out of it. About the murder last night, do you recall anything out of the ordinary? At the theatre? Yes. Certainly not. Nothing at all that would suggest Helen's life was in danger? No. Although, yes. James and Helen were having a heated conversation before the show. Without access to the body and the scene of the crime, it might be difficult to solve the crime. There's no need to beat around the bush, Miss Fisher. Where's she going? It looks like Mrs. Winters is making a phone call. Maybe I should eavesdrop? We could learn something interesting? Miss Fisher? Suit yourself. Wait here while I... Oh, you're back, Mrs. Winters. It's done. I've recommended to the Deputy Commissioner to rescind the quarantine order. You'll have access to the body and the scene of crime. That's excellent news. However, it might take some time for the order to propagate. Bureaucracy. Goodbye. That's all for now, Mrs. Winters. If we have any further questions, we know where to find you. Very well. I'm sure you can appreciate that I'm far too busy to show you the way out. Bitch. Oh, there's no shortage of work on my desk either, Miss Fisher. I'll be heading back to the station. Then this is where we part company, Jack. I have Aunt Prudence coming over for tea. I want to see if she can remember anything else from last night. Very well. Take care of yourself, Miss Fisher. Jack out. Okay. Ooh. Dot, is Aunt Prudence here yet? I'm in my bedroom for some reason. Are you here, Franny? In my bedroom? Oh, my dear. Terrible business at the opera. Oh, you're right. We haven't, Excuse me, Aunt Prudence. I'm just popping out to check for some opera, of course. Melba, of course. Lucia di Lammermoor. Books. I doubt I'll find a copy of Lady Chatterley's Lover in this pile. Ooh. Shakespeare. Mrs. Winter may be austere, but her furnishings are plush. Oh, I love saying plush. Plush. The street looks all clear, but I don't think anyone is following us. Anything in the tea set? Dot would be keen to serve tea in a lovely pot like this. Nothing of interest here. Oh, let's have a look at this fireplace, actually. I'd like to examine the fireplace further, but, okay. Oh, she's just standing there. She's just like, clock. It's keeping perfect time. Not that I would expect anything less from Mrs. Winters. A stern-looking woman. No doubt a relative of Mrs. Winters. Mama. Who knows what secrets this... Can't open it right now. Someone's watching me. Okay, so, no. Can't do anything else here. Talk with... Let's have a quick chat with Dot. I don't mean to pry, Dot. Don't you? But I've noticed a certain friction between you and Hugh. I don't know how I've seen Hugh, because he's not really part of my class set, but who cares? I don't want to give everything up just because I'm married now. Oh, that's right. There was this whole thing where, what's it called, Hugh wasn't respecting her opinion, and yeah, I forgot all about that. Good for you, Dot. You agree? I'm not the stern Victorian governess you sometimes make me out to be, Phryne. No, of course not, Aunt Prudence. Whew. Did you see anything amiss last night, Aunt Prudence? What? No, not a thing! Goodness, I suppose the deed happened while we were all there. How ghoulish! Why do you say that? I don't know. Oh, wait, I remember now! A flashback. It was the night of the murder. I was at the theatre, early as usual. I saw Helen, the poor unfortunate creature. She arrived at the theatre a few minutes before the performance bell rang. That's a bit late for before a performance, but who cares? A few minutes before the bell rang. Are you sure, Aunt Prudence? Yes, I only saw her for a moment, though. She must have gone backstage. How strange for an actress to go backstage before her performance. Immediately after that, you and Jack arrived at the theatre. Flashback over. So the victim was alive at the theatre just before the opera started. Good to know. Oh, yawn. Sorry, Aunt Prudence. Your story was just so boring. You will see justice done, won't you, my dear? You're so terribly good at this sort of thing. I'll do my best. I wonder if I have access to the body and the scene of crime now. Hint, 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 hint. Let's go to the scene of crime. Ah, Miss Fisher. Jack, mind if I join you? Not at all. Your company is always welcome. Back again, Miss Fisher? How did you get Mrs. Winter to have a change of heart? We didn't. It was more of a change of mind. We would like to investigate the crime scene now, Miss Truelock. Would you mind raising the curtain? Not at all. I'm a little curious myself. How did you get Mrs. Winters to change her mind, Miss Fisher? You were there! A magician never reveals her secrets, Jack. Again, you were there, Jack. You were there when it happened. Please let me know if there was anything else I can do. Amelia, would you mind asking if we asked you a few questions? Of course not. I'll help if I can. Can we talk to Maggie? Can we talk to Helen's understudy, Maggie? No, she's not here. Not here? Where is she? I don't know. Oh, please don't tell Mrs. Winters. Can we talk to James? What about James, Helen's co-performer? Are his whereabouts also a mystery? He's backstage. I'll get him for you now. Oh. Do you think either of them are involved with this? Only one way to find out. Ooh. Shirtless man, shirtless man. What's wrong with Sweet Jack? Why are you calling him saying suffering from a head wound? How can I help you? Okay. Let us just keep talking to Amelia first. Blurb, 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 blurb. Your thoughts on Mac? Can you give us an account of your movements last night, Miss Truelock? Oh gosh, of course. I arrived at the theatre around midday to work in the box office. Then I greeted patrons as they arrived. During the show I was in seat A3. I think that's everything. Am I a suspect? Not at liberty to discuss that, Mrs. Truelock. However, we've spoken to the other patrons and based on your alibi, you have nothing to worry about. Cool. I hope Dr. Macmillan isn't too angry about the quarantine notice. Oh, yes, I see. Mrs. Winters is very determined to keep the press away. Mac, she'll be fine. Good. She asked after you too. Oh, maybe I should, I'll get her to call you. It's a bit forward in the 1920s to push these two lesbians together, but okay. Thank you, Amelia. That's all for now. I hope I was able to help. Not really, that's cool. Let me know if you need anything else. Cool. Talk to James while he's here. James Ellery Hurst, I understand, I take you understand why we're here? Yes, and I can't believe Helen's gone! If there's anything I can do to help... You weren't so helpful earlier. Mrs. Winters ordered us to stay here and not to talk to anyone. Believe me, you don't want to cross Mrs. Winters. Oh? I don't mean, at least I don't think she would want to kill anyone. It's just nothing happens in this town without her patronage, you know? I'm glad you're here, but I want to cooperate. Alright, let's see. Can you recount the events of last night? You know what? It was during the performance. It's all a blur and then it was over before you realised. Are you saying you blacked out? What? No, I just mean that it's difficult to remember. I arrived at the theatre about noon to begin preparations. There was a pre-show mingling when Mrs. Winters introduced us to some of the supporters. Helen? No, she was absent. Did you speak to her at all? No. You don't seem certain. I remember once, during the intermission. I had come off stage and Helen was getting ready for the second act. The intermission, midway through the performance. Oh, Miss Friday. Ugh. Did you notice anything unusual? Was she agitated, upset? No, she sounded fine. Okay. What did you... Was there a personal relationship between the two of you? No, definitely not. You seem... You were seen fighting with Helen before the show. Oh! Someone saw that? You got me. We did have a volatile relationship. But I wasn't lying. We weren't together any longer. You didn't think it would be, You didn't think to mention the fight because... It wasn't relevant! We had broken up! It happens... It was nobody's business. Clearly somebody made it their business. We'll leave it there for now, James. Don't go anywhere. I just want to know who murdered Helen and why! Forget! Alright, let's have an examination then. Okay, so we have a prop tree. A very fake looking prop tree. Ooh! And a jazz outfit. I've been wondering where that was. The rock where the victim was found. There's nothing new here. Jack, can you help me move this off stage? Certainly. Let's see if there's anything hidden underneath. Push on 3? Yes. 1, 2, 3! It's a girl! I mean, Oh. Good work, Jack. Shall we examine the stage for clues? You say the sweetest things. Found anything? Nothing. No blood. No signs of a struggle. Me neither. If the murder happened here, I'll turn in my badge. Well, yeah, I knew that. We guessed that. I think we all guessed that, considering that the breastplate had to be put on her and all that. Mountains. Maybe it took place in the mountains. An enormous painting of a mountain. Looks like the one I climbed 5 years ago. Yes, I went to Kilimanjaro. Whoever painted this backdrop had a keen eye and an artful hand. Yeah, maybe the breastplate kept it in rather than letting it ooze out, possibly. You know, depends on how tight the breastplate was. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, Franny, any luck with our case? It's a tough one, Mac. I could use your help. Let's have a chat to Hugh first. Should we be in here with the consumption outbreak? What did you say? Consumption? You know, tuberculosis. Don't finish that sentence, Constable, if you want to live. What can you tell me about the body, Mac? Less than I could have told you yesterday. But let's get started. Okay, so. See, here the congealed blood around the wound. It's pooled in the breastplate. Ah, there we go. I'd say, at that rate, she was dead for a few hours before you found her. So before the intermission where the final set was wheeled on stage? Yes, a few hours before the intermission. Ah, but he spoke to her during the intermission. That couldn't happen. And the murder weapon? I still need to investigate further. If it hadn't been for that interfering battle axe. Ha! She does have a way about her, doesn't she? The murder weapon. What could you tell me? It was a wide wound, cylindrical in nature, far too large to be a knife. Murder weapon still unknown, but it is round. Maybe it's a horn? That's all I've got on the victim for now. Perhaps you should investigate the crime scene and give me some time to perform an autopsy? Thanks, Mac. Oh, good point. How good was the understudy? Something about Mac discovered doesn't add up with an earlier witness account. Yeah. I should go through the facts and make a deduction. Let's deduct. Okay. I need your badado douche. There's a clear contradiction between James's testimony and what Mac discovered. It's time to ask James about it. Okay. Yep. Spearhead? I was thinking maybe also like horn on on their hats. Just not his, I'm guessing, because otherwise it would be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Everyone would notice my head was bloody. See here? Here he is. You haven't been very truthful with us, James. I didn't lie, I just left some details out. You said you spoke to Helen during the intermission. Yes. But the autopsy shows she died several hours before that. What? Impossible! She was fine during the intermission! I swear it! Then how do you explain this discrepancy? I can't... What? No, they didn't. They saw James and the victim argue. Jack's the police detective. He was with Franny the whole night. You're not suggesting I murdered her, are you? Perhaps we should ask him about that bloody flask, Jack. Doesn't hurt to try. James, I found this flask in Turnbull Alley. My flask! So you admit it's yours? Of course. Those are my initials. And my saxophone. Can you explain the blood on it? Blood? I don't know anything about that. It was stolen the night before last. Curiouser and curiouser. Indeed, Miss Fisher. I swear I'm telling you the truth. That's what all the criminals say. Let's return to the station. We've got all we can here, for the moment. Agreed. And James, as usual. Don't leave town! I understand! It's an open and shut case. James fought with Helen, and in the heat of the moment, he killed her. We've got a witness that saw them fight, blood on his flask, and he lied to us about it. I'll get Collins to arrest him. Not so fast, Jack. Let's have a chit-chat. Jack, there's more to this case, I'm sure of it. I mean, the game would be really short if it wasn't. Like a body on stage. Remember the stage, Jack? What about it? Well, if it was a crime of passion, the murder would have happened on the spot where they were fighting. We didn't find any blood on the stage. And, the body was tampered with? The body was dressed in costume after the murder. I don't know if she was in the first act. Possibly not, considering that, she was saying this the first time he's seen a woman, but I don't know if he was on stage the entire first act. Sorry, pardon me, getting to the end of my night. That certainly suggests the crime was premeditated rather impulsive. Yep. Yeah. Well, we guessed that already. Blah, blah, blah. That's all, Jack. These are interesting points you've raised, Miss Fisher. But what are you getting at? Give me a moment to consult my detective journal, Jack, and I'll show you. Deduce? Okay, wait a minute. Shabba 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 shibbity shabbity shibbity shabbada. Aha, mama? No, well that's what I was trying to say, that it's not. No, they don't contradict. Okay, so we need to contradict something. Well, they were saying opera can last a long time. Like, we're not so. The point that they discovered she was dead was the final act, so the opera was planned to go for about 5 hours. So, yeah, it could happen that way. It could indeed. Drinky. Okay. Let's see. I think I've actually, yeah, no, Deduce. No. Oh, actually, I haven't really discovered this scene. Yeah. Oh, wasted. Gentlemen, do you have any of my clothing? I bet if I come back tomorrow, these two officers will still be standing here. If you want to solve a crime, you just have to do it yourself. Deduce. No, I meant examine. Door. I don't know why they bother locking it, to be honest. Why do they lock it? A tree. Melbourne is leafier than London, I'll give it that. Oh! Yeah. It's from the last time I was here. Jack doesn't need to know about that. No, Helen died before the intermission, so Jack and Helen argued before the show entirely, not during the act. Not during the intermission. So she died somewhere between the beginning of the show and intermission. The trick to opening this window is to shift it slightly to the left as you... Well, now's not the time. Yeah. Okay, deduce. Yeah, was he drinking during the performance? Oh, okay. Right. Just a question that no one seems to care about. Okay. Well, of course he couldn't remember if she was wearing it, because he didn't... Well, he thought he was speaking to her, but it... Okay, she wasn't wearing the breastplate before the show. Let's go talk to Mac. And nothing new. Come back later. Okay. Ah! One of the horns is broken off this helmet. Suspicious! What? No, you're not... Is that entered onto my... No, it has not. You gotta be kidding me, that's clearly gonna be... People... Alright, so I'm stumped at the moment, and it's now 11:30, so I think I'm gonna call this a night, and we're gonna come back not tomorrow, either next Friday or next weekend. So we will be picking this up, and yes, I hope you guys have enjoyed us playing through, well, me playing through Miss Fisher and the Deadly Maze. And if you've not seen the show before, I believe it's on Netflix. It's called Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries, and I think you will be most enjoyful of them, because I enjoyed them. And I enjoy murder. So yeah. So is James lying? Oh no! How could he be lying? Quite easily. So, yeah, I hope you all have a very lovely night, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye. How do I get out of here? Oh, there it is. Ignore me. Night.